This is KGW News at noon.
A pair of big fires lit up the morning in Longview and Northeast Portland, filling the skies with smoke and creating air quality concerns. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Brenda Braxton. This noon we start with that Weyerhaeuser fire in Washington. Thomas Schultz is there live with an update. Thomas, walk us through what's going on right now.
Yeah, Brenda, right now a helicopter has arrived on scene. You might be able to hear it behind us, and they're dumping buckets of water onto the fire to help those firefighters. Around 45 firefighters were here all throughout the night and have contained this fire to a chip pile at this point. Fire Marshal John Dunaway says it all started around 6:30 last night when officials responded to the Nippon Dynawave chip operation, commonly known as Weyerhaeuser Paper Company. That's who they leased the land to. That's led to a haze of smoke across Longview and even down into Vancouver and Portland. An air pollution advisory has been released in Clark and Cowlitz County because of the smoke from this fire. Portland and Vancouver are also experiencing hazardous air quality conditions. Officials are urging Longview residents with health conditions to close windows of their home if smoke is nearby, and it is pervasive in the area. Dunaway says there's no timeline yet for when the fire will be extinguished, but he says the arrival of a helicopter changes how firefighters on the ground fight the flames.
It's big water in big drops. It's very much more penetrating than our fire streams can do. And at the same time, we'll also be able to pull that pile apart, make those drops, and just get more water on the fire, help us put it out that much quicker.
Dunaway says there are buildings damaged, but they don't yet know how many. That's because the firefighters can't yet get close enough to those buildings to see the extent of the damages. It's still unknown what the cause of the fire was, but fortunately, Dunaway says there are no injuries from the flame. However, the wind is picking up out here, which could be problematic for those firefighters as they continue to fight the fire and the smoke as well. In Longview, Thomas Schultz, KGW News.
All right, good though to hear they're making progress. Thomas, thank you. In the meantime, Portland fire crews spent their morning dealing with this 4-alarm fire at a vacant Kmart store in Northeast Portland. The situation at 122nd and Sandy is under control right now. This fire started at 6:30 this morning. It is a big building, about 120,000 square feet. As luck would have it, though, a Portland fire training station is right across the street, so firefighters were able to jump into action immediately. Even though the building was empty, the large parking lot created some issues.
But the challenges we had were water supply, having to pump from hydrants a long ways away in. We'd actually had to use relay pumping to establish enough water and pressure to get the master streams operational.
So here's another view. A passenger flying into PDX took this picture of the fire from the plane's window. Now, if you live in the neighborhood, you likely got a reverse 911 call to shelter in place and to close your windows because of all the smoke. Air quality has been a problem with both of these fires. Rod's here now with the latest numbers.
And I have good news to share with you. Earlier this morning, actually for quite a number of hours, we had air quality in parts of Multnomah, especially on the east side out toward 205 and the Gateway area, and then up into Clark County where it was unhealthy, moderate to unhealthy for sensitive health risk air people. Now I'm happy to report the worst we have, moderate air quality over Portland and up into downtown Vancouver. That's the yellow dots. It is moderate down over parts of Marion County as well. All the green dots are good, but generally speaking, that is a much improved scenario. Over really the last couple of hours, we started to see that improve. Now, if you look from the Wells Fargo camera, this is still smoky haze laying down low. The perfectly blue sky up top, and we are at 81 degrees. Remember, the other part of the forecast today is hot weather coming. We will be up into the 90s. Kind of a similar scene out on the west side at noon as well. 83, in fact, over the Reserve Rangers and Golf Club out in Aloha. So here's our planner, 81 currently. I think we have a chance to get up to 94. Today will likely be, wherever we end up, the hottest day of this particular week. And it will be a toasty evening, still 88. At 8 o'clock. Coming up, more on how many days could reach 90 degrees this week. Also, we'll get into the records that Phoenix, Arizona has been setting. You may have heard this nationally, but they're going to set another record today, Brenda. All of that's coming up.
All right, we'll see you then. Thank you, Rod. The biggest fire here in Oregon now covers more than 12,000 acres. We just got that update a few hours ago. The Flat Fire is burning in southern Oregon, about an hour's drive east of Gold Beach. Officials are holding a community meeting this afternoon to brief people who live in the area. And there is a red flag warning in effect because of wind and low humidity. The cause of the Flat Fire remains under investigation. When it comes to fighting wildfires, cameras can help spot them early. PGE just announced it's adding 6 new ones east of the Cascades. As Daisy Caballero shows us, those cameras are powered by AI.
I really do truly believe that it's a game changer for the fire service.
For the last 2 years, Portland General Electric has partnered with Pano AI, a company that creates mountaintop cameras that use artificial intelligence to detect active smoke and wildfires in a minimum 10-mile radius.
We take ultra-high definition security cameras and we rotate them 360 degrees every minute, and then we transmit the data to the cloud using modern communication technology like 5G cellular technology.
PGE currently has 27 of these cameras, typically atop of communication towers throughout the greater Portland area, and will add 6 more to the mix, first starting at the Timberline Lodge on Mount Hood.
It's brought together the fire agencies, the utilities, and the private space together in a way to try to tackle this issue as a we problem.
The overall goal here is to give PGE and fire districts a better way to minimize fire threats and track down a blaze, as the AI camera pinpoints the exact fire location and sends a notification to your cell phone or email, something the Clackamas Fire District is beyond thankful for.
We're getting early detection. We only run off of time, and if we can lessen the time to get to that scene, it's going to be a good outcome.
Each location has 2 cameras that have a 160-degree view, but they work together to create a panoramic perspective, giving fire districts and PGE a better insight of what's actively going on.
As crews are able to be dispatched in real time, I think that this we'll see over and over again is going to be saving homes and lives.
Oregon is one of 6 states in the U.S. already using this AI camera technology, alongside 2 of Australia's biggest states. Well, another big cat sighting on the Oregon coast. Cannon Beach police got a report about an injured cougar in the Elk Creek area, but they don't know if it's the same cat that climbed Haystack Rock this week. We've shown you still photographs of it, but we just got this video yesterday. As for the cougar in Elk Cove, wildlife officials say it may have an injured leg, so they're warning people in the area to use caution.